Hello, everyone. My name is Zach,
My name is Jesse.
My name is Connor.
My name is Brian.
My name is Marco.
and we are the Boys of Ventura. Now, as you guys can tell, yes, the title does say season finale. We are currently on our 10th episode, which is a huge landmark for us. Can't believe we've
Damn,
actually
fuck. No
made
way.
that many episodes, actually. I'm
In
pretty
a short amount of
shocked.
time,
Exactly. What was it, like less than 4 months? About 4 months, I want to say.
6 months.
We
Six
started
months,
back in
yeah. Oh,
December
yeah, four
or
months. You're
before
right.
that,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
January.
yeah, anyways, so yeah, this is gonna be the season finale of this is gonna be the introduction season. Then after all this, we're just gonna talk about whatever the fuck, you know? So we
The
figured,
end the end of the beginning.
yes, that's what we're gonna call it, the end of the beginning. With that being said, guys, summer's coming up, and just want to put out the word that we are having shirts for sale. If you guys are interested, please DM us, messages, and do whatever you can to reach out to us, and we'll make out a deal with you. Um,
Yup.
with that being said, just like every other podcast episode, how the fuck are you guys doing? Who
I'm
wants to go
doing
first?
well.
Oh, Brian. Okay, you go first,
Yeah,
fool.
just chilling. It's kind of been like super windy and sunny, so that's kind of a cool way.
Yeah, it's been some interesting weather, but knowing Ventura, it's always has some interesting weather. Could be
Yeah,
sunny and could be rainy at the same time. If you
yeah.
guys like weather like that, just come on down to Ventura. You'll get it like in January through April, sometimes March or May. Sorry. Anyways, go on, Brian. Sorry.
That'll be all for me. So,
Oh well, fuck
who's
you then.
next?
I'll go next.
All right, what's going on
Yeah.
with you, bro?
I haven't really had the best week so far. Particularly because of work, because we've had a couple people call out during some of the most crucial events, like Wednesday, for example, when someone called out and we had like I don't know if it was like a birthday party or a party for someone's like company picnic or something show up at our work, so we were especially busy. And then we had like some um guy come and do like some review on our work performances. So that kind of screwed everything up. Today was a little better, a little bit more fun, because I got to work with my hands a little more, but the wind kind of made it a lot difficult. I definitely agree with Brian, how turbulent the wind can be. Other than that though, I'm just chilling right now. Got my Boys Ventura shirt right now, so we're chilling, I know we got stuff planned for tomorrow and we plan to rock that merch like there's no tomorrow, so that's
Official
pretty much it.
sponsorship.
Yes, sir. Anyone want to go next?
I guess I'll go next. Week was pretty all right. This week is actually the first week I've had where we've actually been kind of slammed, but it's not because we're kind of like gaining. Well, part of it is, but like a huge factor is that everyone keeps on calling out, and that's just something that always throws us off. And just I've been dealing with that throughout the whole week. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like that's also the reason why I haven't been able to like get on like I usually do during the week. And so yeah, dealing with that was not fun, staying late, going driving at like 11, but I mean, we're getting back to summer, so it's a good lead up to it in a way. So, you know, it is not it's not so good, but it's not the worst. So I can't really complain that bad. Um but yeah. Other than that, I've been doing good. Uh just been coasting through life. Anyone else want to go?
Hold
We
on
only
there,
have two
fools. All
people
right, I'll
left.
go.
Oh.
I mean, I've been chilling, working my ass off like always. Just a beaner I am, Can't complain. But other than that, just I've been chilling, just playing a lot of video games with fucking you guys and shit. So that's pretty much it, honestly. Just chilling.
Nice. Not bad. Jesse?
You're up.
Uh, my week's been pretty good, pretty smooth. Freaking just working the first 2 days, and then Wednesday, 24-hour duty, and then it's a given day off right on Thursday, and then ended up finding out that I have no work Friday, so I was just like, damn, little 4 day weekend, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Psh,
yeah, and
lucky
then.
ass.
Yeah, no, it's just unexpected because I'm just doing duty, just minding my business. So I'm like not really like aware what's going on or what's being talked about in the fucking squadron and shit. So I
Yeah,
mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing too fucking crazy or fancy. But yeah,
that's good. Um, if you guys are also wondering, the viewers, I know we've made some mess, or I'm sorry, we put out some what the fuck is this called? Um, Shout outs pretty much saying that we're gonna have a special guest. We're gonna move that to another day as he could not make it tonight, which is fine. But um, it was also gonna be another topic, but we'll go over that when we're done the season introduction. But yeah, uh, I guess it'll just be us lucky five motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah.
yeah,
Get to talk shit with each other, just enjoy life with each other. We all have long ass weeks. We finally get on with each other, and now we do the podcast.
yeah,
That's good. But yeah, just uh, my work's been pretty it's been going by pretty slow. So honestly, I hate how slow it's been. I don't know about you guys, but whenever it gets fast, I'm sorry, whenever it gets like packed, I always feel like it's going by slower. Like it should be the opposite,
Hmm.
shouldn't it?
it should be the
Right.
opposite. As long as you like keep doing something or active, the fucking time goes pretty much fucking quick. So yeah, I mean, I know what you mean on that end. But
Yeah.
like. I don't know how it's being sold because every time like I have something to do, something to pass the time, it goes fucking quick as a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Like even though I'm like night shift, so people think like the time I go slow. Nah, bro. Sometimes it goes fucking fast. And I'm just like, damn. I'm like, it's already fucking 8 o'clock. Damn, almost time to go home. Like fuck.
Speaking of going by fast, how about this week, huh, guys?
Right?
It
Like
was pretty quick, honestly.
I mean, my
it,
weekend arrived
Yeah.
early, bro. Fucking since fucking Wednesday, or after fucking like after my duty, basically.
bro. I've been telling everyone this. Like today's Friday, right? Well, for us, not Jesse. It's
Oh
like
no, fuck,
Saturday
it's
for
already
you.
Saturday for
Yeah,
me.
but
Yeah.
like I could have sworn yesterday when I woke up, it was fucking Monday. Like, that's how fast these motherfuckers have been going. Like, I don't know what it is, but April, for some reason, has always been like one of those months where it just goes by fast like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, next thing
same.
you know, bro, like the upcoming week, I'm already gonna get promoted already, bro. That shit's fucking crazy.
That's awesome, man. That's always
Yeah.
good. Serving
Good
your
for you, sir.
country, just keep climbing up in the fucking rankings. That's
For
always
some,
great.
for some reason, I thought you were gonna say killing up your rankings. I'm like, huh?
Well, that too, I get. No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
For
Nah,
my
bro.
case, I feel like I just barely started class for the semester. Now I have to sign up for the next one already,
Yeah. You
Yeah,
for the
bro.
practically.
fucking the summer, right? I think you're gonna be signing up for the summer courses now, right? If you're trying to do summer.
Um, Fortunately, I cannot since one, the trip for Pismo, and two, Kevin. So
Oh,
Mm.
come on, man. You can't make that a reason.
Either way,
I mean,
freaking, you're in charge of your own classes and what days you could go and could not go. But I get like
Yeah.
I get how like your little brother is like on summer break, but it's just
yeah, so it's gonna be difficult just for
unless you
that.
know fucking a good schedule for yourself. I'm just saying, like, just set up something for yourself, man.
I mean, most of my classes, if I start applying for summer, then I have to do class in the mornings.
I mean, hey, get up in the
So,
morning, man.
Wouldn't that be
Fuck.
better than doing it at night? You get your day
Yeah, exactly.
started. While you're out there, you can go hit some weights. Because I know damn well by the college there's a fucking 24-hour fitness. Like, that's perfect, bro. So, like, you should really think about that. Because, like, a lot of people would love a schedule like that where they can just go to college, get done with their classes and then go hit some weights, go do some cardio. They're pretty much done with their whole day. Then they do whatever the fuck they do at home, or they go to work and then go home, like type shit like that.
yeah, but I'm
For me,
kind of
it's the
signing up.
opposite, low key.
What's up?
Well, I kind of signed up for 4 classes this time, so
That's
like,
good. The more the
but
better. I
because
mean, sorry, go ahead.
you know, plus they don't give out like what days and what times do they usually list on the schedule, so it could be either Monday or Friday or even on the same days. Can't really tell which ones.
That's why you ask for the schedule, not
Yeah,
wait
but
for it.
I actually said that for apply for class, I have to choose a class, then wait until the semester started. Then it shows on which ones are, I mean, which days and times.
And
Whoa.
when is this for, like, fall?
Yeah,
How are they
I'm
already
doing the
doing
fall.
fall? Wait,
Yeah, for some reason I actually apparently that it's an early jump for classes, so
so you're pretty much just finishing up spring, and then you're skipping summer, and then you're going back in fall, pretty much.
yeah, basically.
It's
I
not
mean,
bad.
yeah, then probably next year I'll probably do the same thing.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't turn this into a habit, bro. If you're trying to get some education, I wouldn't put a lot of shit in your way. Like get shit done first and then have fun.
Yeah, I mean it's almost summer, so summer
Literally,
vacation, baby.
in like what, 2 months? Actually, less than 2 months. You're fucking right, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
June soon. That's gonna be like half a year already since
I
2024
know.
started.
And then we're gonna see Jesse again
Oh
come
yeah,
December.
and actually, you know what? I'll just save it for later.
So like in the end September, to be
We'll
precise.
we'll maybe have a surprise for you guys coming up in December. We'll see though.
So
We'll
Almost
see.
gave away the surprise there.
I know, bro. That's
can't
why
wait.
I had to limit myself right there. I was like, wait a minute, do I
Yeah,
really want
homie
to
about to
say?
give away one of our fucking plans we've been talking about off the fucking set.
I know, bro. Like
You can
fucking
say
what?
this. It's a sneak peek. So
There's no
No,
sneak
bro.
peek.
No sneak peek. What's a sneak peek? Yeah.
it's sort of like
You can't sneak
No,
peek
I
shit,
know what
Brian.
okay,
I
I'm
know.
just I know what a sneak peek is, bro, dude. I'm not fucking
This
dumb,
isn't a
man.
Boys of Ventura
That's crazy.
podcast if it's not Brian saying there's a sneak peek when there isn't one,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
or if we're not ready to give it out yet.
well, whatever. It's kind of an interesting topic to talk about. So
No, it isn't.
whatever.
You
I give it a
fucked it up.
shot.
You're an interesting topic, Brian.
We're gonna have to do this whole season introduction thing again.
Yeah, it's your fault, Brian. No, I'm just kidding.
No, sure. So whatever.
No, it's yours.
Fine. Whatever.
It's everyone's.
Who's
The
You
next?
fuck I
you
do,
you
bitches.
just you just had
Everyone
to you
did
just
it.
had to you just had to take 20 bags of chips from fucking 99 cent store and
Did
start
it
hogging them.
take 20? I took
Alright,
20
well,
items. You can say
hopefully
that.
we're not gonna fuck
20
up.
items
Hopefully
of
we're not gonna
chips.
fuck up trivia anymore.
I know,
20
right?
items
Again.
of
Oh,
stuff.
speaking of which, hold on, chips.
Chips, I like that. All right.
Alright, guys, well, as you guys could hear, it is fucking trivia time with the boys. As you could tell, I gave Brian a chance at being the host, and he totally flunked. So he has been revoked from having host privileges on this podcast. Sorry, Brian.
He has indeed.
It's right. We moved the
No, it isn't.
disabled to the.
Well, that just made me want to revoke you even more. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm fighting for the power here.
No, you're not. You ain't fighting for shit. You're fighting for your chips. That's about it.
Damn.
Alright, with that being said, yes, I am the host again. Today's topic will be about SpongeBob.
I'm SpongeBob.
Patrick.
This is definitely a childhood nostalgia, so I felt since it's the season finale, what perfect opportunity I would have than to start it off with SpongeBob, right?
Yep.
Are you finished with those errands?
Fucking love
Wait,
that.
what's SpongeBob? I'm just kidding.
Get out!
Leave
You're
the-
not allowed here
leave
anymore.
Leave the podcast.
Yeah, leave the podcast. You and Brian, no, I'm just kidding. Alright.
I'll see myself out here. Bye, JK.
AFK?
AFK? Alright. First question. What was the name of Mr. Krabs' pet worm? Mr.
Pet
Doodles, Petuna, Money, or Mrs. Lola?
Money.
Doodles.
What did Marco say?
Money.
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 Alright, so just me and Connor said Mr. Doodles. Okay.
What about
3.
Jesse?
Jesse, wait.
Wait,
Mr.
Jesse
Duels?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Answer is Mr. Doodles. What was the Krusty Krab before Mr. Krabs acquired it? An arcade? A retirement home? A pet shop? Or it didn't exist before?
It
Retirement.
didn't exist before.
I'm gonna go with
Did
retirement.
exist before.
Damn, nigga, you ate that. It didn't exist before.
It didn't exist before.
I'm gonna go with retirement home. Jesse, you said pet
Retirement.
shop?
No, I didn't say pet shop. I said didn't
Piss
exist.
Piss shop. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Retirement home.
Yep.
The fuck? Since when?
Fucking knew it.
Really?
Watch the Krusty Krab training video.
Yeah. You fucking rookie.
Zach and I got it right.
I fucking knew it, bro.
Because the
I
only
grew
two
up.
white boys
Yeah.
who've seen the whole season of it.
Brian's starting a race war.
Yeah. You guys go
Now
watch.
race war.
You know what you guys can watch? You guys can go watch Dora the Explorer.
You literally mentioned race. What are you talking about?
Go to explore. Get the name right, dipshit.
I just said it, you dumb
You're
fuck.
Brian, you're Dora the Explorer. But if you got diabetes.
Except the map is in his chest.
I'm going back from the back. Bro, he's the whole world for Dora, bro.
Diabetes Explorer.
Bro, Dora can't explore that. I
Brian's
swear.
literally the whole fucking map of Earth. No, I'm just kidding.
Brian is
Alright.
Diabetes Explorer.
Alright,
Next
one.
question.
What are the names of Patrick's parents? Jeanette and Marty? Geoffrey and Linda? Herb and Margie? Or Leonard and Gloria?
Can you repeat
Urban
the
Margie.
answers?
Urban Margie.
Jeanette and Marty? Geoffrey and Linda? Herb and Margie? And Leonard and Gloria?
Urban Margie.
I'm gonna go with that one too.
Me as well.
Alright, everyone says Herb and Margie. 3, 2, 1. We all got it right. What did
Herb.
SpongeBob end up naming the blue jellyfish? He kept no name, Bob, mystery, or friend?
Friend.
Friend.
Fun.
I'm gonna say friend too.
The
Me as well.
nasty patty.
What do you go with, Marco?
I'm the same as you and Brian and Jesse.
Okay, friend.
And me.
3, 2, 1. We all got it right. Alright. How much money did Mr. Krabs spend on his first date with Mrs. Puff? 100 million? 1,000?
I knocked
10
him. I knocked him.
million? 100,000? 1 billion? 1 million?
100,000.
No way.
I think I'm gonna go with
One-
100,000.
100,000.
100,000.
Marco?
100,000 though.
I think it was 100,000.
Okay. 3, 2. Wait, did everyone answer? Just before I reveal?
100,000.
Okay. Everyone said 100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. 3,
Yep.
2, 1. 100,000.
Oh, sailing up.
What happened to Mr. Puff? He died in a car accident. He left Mrs. Puff. He got turned into a lamp. And he got caught and eaten.
Turn to
He doesn't want
Turn
to
into
talk
a
about
lamp.
it.
Lamp. Yep.
Lamp.
Turn into man.
3, 2, 1. Got turned into a lamp.
Should have said that in Mr. Krabs' voice. What happened to Mr. Puff? He doesn't like to talk about it.
I wish one of the answers was that.
Yeah, really.
She doesn't
What
want to
happened
talk
to
about
Mr.
it. Correct. He was turned into a lamp. SpongeBob comments he doesn't like to talk about it.
And then right after that, it shows a little cutscene and turns on the fucking pufferfish lamp. Does he look dead?
No.
I don't think so. I think he's dead. He looks dead.
Yeah, you know what? He looks all right.
What's the light in his belly? I don't know.
He ate something radioactive or some shit. I don't know. That should have been one of the answers.
Radioactive.
What did the license plate on SpongeBob's boatmobile say? RDWRER, Kung Fu, Jellyfish, or I'm ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm ready.
Because that's the freaking best. That's his catchphrase, basically.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. What did Pearl rename the Krusty Krab when she took it over? The cushy crab, the cuddly crab, the cutie crabby, or the money crabby?
The cuddly
I go with the
crab.
second.
The cuddly crabby.
The cuddly crabby.
Totally
Okay.
crabby.
The cushy crab.
The cushy crab.
Talking about the kush, bro.
The creepy crab. Alright, 3, 2, 1. The cuddly crab. What is the name of the song Sandy sings when she's homesick for Texas?
I'm going home.
I didn't even do the answers. Shut the fuck up. Maybe I should have done something else than SpongeBob. You know what Sandy and Brian have in common? They both have front teeth.
No, we both like nuts in our mouths.
Probably that
Okay,
too.
Ryan. Okay.
Shut up, dude. That's not the point.
Revoked. No, I'm just kidding. Homesick.
You can't evoke me. I have my
What is the name of the song Sandy sings when she's homesick for Texas? Homesick, Yodele, Texas, I wanna go home, so long, Bikini Bottom.
I wanna go home.
wanna go home.
I wanna go
Wanna
home.
go home.
You
wanna go
are
home,
home,
bro.
Brian. Did you know that?
We all are. Well, except for Jesse.
No, this is my home for 3 years, bro.
This question was dedicated to Jesse.
Jesse got the answer wrong because he's not home. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Jesse has more in common with Sandy because Jesse's smart.
Jesse doesn't
Brian's
want to
like
go home to
Patrick.
Texas. He wants to go home to California. I want to
Brian's like
go
Patrick.
home. All right. 3, 2, 1. I want to go home.
Go home.
All right.
Thank you.
What the fuck? How tall is plankton? 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, or 4 inches?
1 inch.
Bro, he's a plankton. There's got to be an option that says he's
He's a copepod.
Does Brian measure right next to plankton or some shit?
Plankton shorter than Brian's chin.
Brian's got a 1 inch chin.
1 inch.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
How the fuck you know that?
I had a ruler, bitch.
You all
1 inch.
measured it?
Fuck yeah, I do.
What the fuck? Together or what? No, I'm kidding.
You don't wanna touch the ruler though. That's all I want to say. I'm just kidding.
Wasn't planning on it.
1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, or 4 inches?
I'm gonna
1
go with
inch.
2 inches.
No.
That's a hard one.
Damn, I broke seal.
Can't remember. How tall is this
2
motherfucker?
inches. I'll go with 2 inches.
I'm gonna go
I'm
with
going 1.
I'm gonna go with 1 inch.
I'm gonna say 1 inch as well.
Nah, I'm gonna go with 2 actually. You know what? Fucking nah. I forgot about his little antenna.
How many grenades do they have?
Wait. Now you know what? I'm going with 3. Now that Marco brought that up, I kind
Hella
of have to
grenades.
think
You
about
saw that shit on there?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
God, who wants
2
to
inches. I got 9. Brian got 7. Jesse got 8. Marco got 8. And Connor got 9. It's a 3-way tie between me, Jesse, and Connor. Alright, I guess we'll do an eliminator one. What is the name of the dance magazine Squidward's reads?
Oh fuck.
Dance Quarterly, Annual Dance Magazine, Dancing Through the Ages, or Yearly Dance?
I'm gonna go with Dance Quarterly. First option.
I mean, there's a
I'm
specific
guessing.
magazine, magazine. The fuck, managing
Oh my god.
magazine.
Homies lost it
He
before
reads
Brian.
though. For real, all right. Oh, what are the options again? Fuck.
Dance Quarterly, Annual Dance Magazine, Dancing Through the Ages, or Yearly Dance?
Dance quarterly. Fuck.
Quarterly. Oh my god.
Quarterly. Alright.
English, motherfucker, do you speak
Do you speak it?
Si, senor.
Yeah, I'm gonna do annual. 3, 2, 1. It is Dance Quarterly. Alright.
No fucking way.
What is the
Two
name?
podcasts in a row.
What is
The
the
only
name?
difference is the host doesn't suck.
What is the name of the boat Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, and Squidward go clam fishing in? The Money Loader, the Second Wind, SS Serenity, or SS Cheapskate?
SS
fuck.
Cheapskate?
What the fuck?
SS Cheapskate. I'm going SS Cheapskate.
3, 2, 1. Yep. What is the name of the lipstick Mr. Krabs finds on the dollar bill SpongeBob and Squidward try to convince him is his millionth dollar? Coral Kiss number 2, semi gloss lipstick. Coral Blue number 3, semi gloss lipstick. King Neptune number 3, semi matte lipstick. King Neptune number 2, semi matte lipstick.
Coral Blue number 3.
I'm gonna go with Coral Kiss. I think Coral Kiss number 2 was it?
Yeah.
Don't the Kiss? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
All right. And I guess we have a winner
Who the fuck's the winner, bro?
Jesse?
representing the Mexicans.
Yep.
Oh shit! Don't fucking wait.
Coral Blue
I
number 3.
Good game,
So
Jesse.
Even I know that question.
yeah, but you weren't in it, were you?
No,
Yeah.
man.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
actually, it's Coral Blue number 3. Yeah.
we have a winner, everyone. Jesse, aka Pudding Boy, has won the match. All right.
Shit.
Well, congratulations, Jesse. I'll tell you my part whenever I get a chance. With that being said, let's go on to the topic of today's podcast. Since it is the finale, I feel like we should go over how we all met. Marco, you want to go first?
I've met Zach's girlfriend back when we were in high school, and that's when we introduced. We went on a double date. Him and his girl, and then me and my girl on a double date when we first. Was that triple date or double date? G.
I think it
Or
was
triple.
triple with Michael and Lissa.
Oh, that's right, huh? It was a
Yeah,
triple. That's right.
yeah.
That's when I met both of them, and then after that, me and him started talking a little bit more. We hung out here and there. We played little video games here and now and then, you know. And after a while, he introduced me to you fools. After a couple months, G.
Couple months, yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
sounds about right. I can't
Yeah,
exactly remember which time it was though, but yeah, sounds right.
yeah, I don't remember either, but like, I know I remember I met Brian and Connor first, and then after that I met Jesse.
Your fellow beaner over here, you already know.
Yeah, my fellow beaners over here, you know. And like, not to forget about the white boy on the other side.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, this was weird, but also cool. Like funny way how we met. The fuck?
Especially how it all started, from triple dates, and now you're like hanging out with the crew.
Yeah, it was definitely fun meeting you guys, and it's been a hell of a fun time hanging out with you guys.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Um,
Brian, you want to go next?
yeah. Wampus.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. He does respond to that.
Connor, you go.
I remember, like before you guys, I just had like a little friend group that was akin to you guys. We played video games here or there. We like did some, dumb shit. Like we would go on my friend's like hill, and then we would throw dirt at like the telephone lines, and then they kind of all had their own thing going on, like during middle school, and then in high school. Before that, like I was all kind of lonely. And then I met Brian like in some study hall class we had, and spoiler alert, but kind of like one of the other boys on this podcast, I kind of thought Brian to be a little funny just by like his expressions, but I knew was at the same time he was also like a good student in the sense that he was like not too obnoxious in the class, because I mean no one was really annoying, but like I liked that he was a peaceful person. Um, and I remember like a couple days later after that, around that time, Zach joined the study hall class, and I was just really happy because like I remember he was like passing me notes about like some stuff about like this some topics, some like video games or TV shows we both liked. And then whenever we had free time and we were like done with our schoolwork in high school, we would just go on the computer and play some games. And I just think, wow, this guy is like a literal like clone of me. And I
Even
don't know
my
about you, but
color.
yeah, it might feel that way sometimes. Like yeah, just like that, or like and personality too. Um, I thought it was cool that we all met in study hall, yeah, one way or the other. You know, I'm sure you met Brian like some other way, even if I wasn't there. But the takeaway was that, we all got to know each other that year, and then some other people that we all kind of hung out with. They were a little different. And I think I also had you, Zach, for college and career class too, just for a little bit. But that was
You
fun
did. It
in
was awesome
2016, yes,
class.
sir. It was, yeah, I thought she was a good teacher, but I don't know. We went through a lot too. Um, and then I think at one point I tried joining the wrestling team because you and a couple other people were there.
Yeah.
But then it just didn't really turn out to be my thing just because like the attitude of some of those people, even though I will say, I mean, there were times when I kind of admired the little work that you guys did, and I can kind of couldn't see it as like an inspiration to me or anyone, even if they're not in it. Um, and then a couple weeks later, we gave the idea to Brian for him to join Ventura Wrestling, and he ended up making it through the rest of his high school tenure in there. That was our freshman year. That following year, that's when Jesse somewhat got introduced. And at first, he wasn't really, I didn't really see him as like a huge player in my life, you know. I just know that, you guys will talk about how you guys met later. I just remember that he was like very, um, he certainly had the energy back then, and he was very like showy with like trying and I remember one time I was like sitting with my homies at the office during like lunch, and he like he put his foot on my foot for some reason when I was just sitting down watching YouTube videos. That's all I remember of him. And then through the rest of sophomore year, I know you hung out with him mostly, and then junior year I saw him around, but like I kind of forgot that he went to our school. Senior year, though, that's when I really started to get to know him better, and I feel like, you know what? I think he would be cool to hang out with, other than just you guys, because he was in journalism class with me, and I know that, but we would kind of hang out a couple times, like at the fairground in Ventura during the summer. But
Mhm.
journalism was what kind of made us bond together,
Yeah.
talk about ourselves, our families, what we like. Not too different, honestly, from when like me and Zach met, just did that. We would work on a few interviews and podcasts and journalism and articles.
It wasn't really a
A couple
podcast. It was
times.
more like the like broadcasting, right? Like because we did it for the
Broadcast,
school
sorry.
and
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was tight, bro.
Close.
We did like 2 episodes together, bro. I remember though.
I know
If you were to
it
look at
was fun.
Vimeo right now, they're still there, bro. Sometimes I like to go look back at them because it was like
It's
those
just
were the
hard to
times,
look them
man.
up because like I look up certain number and they won't tell us anything because it's been like 4 years. But
Well,
that's
that's why you gotta
insane.
like search. You gotta search by like I think like account or not account, but like I guess account. You gotta go Vimeo and then search by like
It's all a matter
account
when
and
you
then look up the Cougar Press and shit from there.
want to erase history. We didn't have journalism together the whole year, but it was still neat, I think. And then just, the idea of like, contributing to like the news that your school puts out, sometimes, you and I, we would try to get interviews from the wrestling team. So we were able to kind of coincide with Zach and Brian and everyone else, we were hanging out with, which was cool. And then sadly, when COVID hit, we barely saw each other, we all kind of had to move on with our own lives, especially since Zach, all of us except you and Marco, didn't graduate. So it was kind of hard, but we still made time for each other here and there. And then,
Yeah,
you guys had Xbox, so that worked out for you. And
Definitely.
then the next couple of years were just kind of this, that pretty much that, from that point onward until I think 2022 or 2023. That's when I knew, Zach was going out with his girlfriend, and, she was friends with Marco and his girlfriend.
Over there.
So in 2023, when we all kind of started getting hanging out as a group, that's when I got to know Marco and his, nice, hardworking, laid back, funny and like trustworthy personality. I always got a good vibe from him. I like when we all get together after he's off work and we'll just go to El Camino Park and we'll play board games or we'll walk around or we'll get on the playground or we'll go to the playground and Zach and I will try our best to survive when everyone else is like jumping on part of the playground and like we're sitting on it, you know. 2 years ago, I got into Xbox a lot more than I certainly was many years ago. I wasn't really that into Xbox unless I was with them, but now I just kind of do it because I know that it's a lot harder for you guys to all get together, especially Jesse. And Xbox is all we kind of have now, but I think it was all for the
Yep.
best because, it's a sign that, we were meant to, a sign from God that, that these kind of friendships are meant to stay, and
Speaking of
that's a good
which,
thing.
how we do our chats, we actually do them off of Xbox, which is very convenient. Yeah, go on, bro. Sorry.
I know how you guys would kind of talk differently about, how you guys saw, a certain person in the friend group as like, like, oh, you didn't really probably think too much of him for a second. Like, I might not have thought too much about Jesse based on the first time I saw him, but then, there's always going to be something that kind of brings you together because, we were also like coworkers at my job at some point too. So like, there's always going to be something that'll bring us together at some point, it could be
Definitely.
anything, it doesn't have to be just, through one thing, which is good, you know. And when he was still living in California, at one point, we lived like only like 3 minutes away from each other. So whenever he does come back to Ventura, it just feels nice that, my best friend's only like less than 10 minutes away. I could practically walk to his house. Speaking of which,
Oh shit!
either you or Zach are next.
Actually, Brian
Goes.
hasn't gone.
Oh, sorry, my
Brian.
bad. I totally forgot.
Yes. So hey, it's my turn. You
Hey.
know, since
All right, thank you, Brian, for sharing. I'm in.
Hana,
And
hey,
that's all we
I'm
have
gonna
for today,
use.
folks. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking imagine.
Well, I'm gonna make it short since Connor only filled some parts of what I'm about to say, and soon Jesse and Zach will also include some parts to
It's the
also
biggest
say
story.
so.
You're spending more time saying that than actually saying the
So I'm gonna
events.
make my bit short. So you
Please
Yeah,
do.
we can
guys,
I'm
see
bored. No, I'm
we
just kidding.
we we we, we can see why, Brian. We can see
okay.
why it's short.
Nah, we're fucking with you, bro. Go ahead, take your time.
It's mostly a story like it kind of awesome that I met you guys. You know, kind of unexpected me to have friends this long. Like before in like elementary school to middle school, I mostly hang out with only one chick named Jacqueline. We always like talk, chat, have fun, you know.
I think
It's
me and
only
Zach know about Jackie, so yeah.
That's
yeah.
fun.
Also that I also sort of met Jesse, but he kind of like we both like never actually speak to each other in middle school.
We'll
But
talk about that in a
that's
little bit.
so you know when I was in high school, I kind of realized that me and Jacqueline, or Jackie, her short, sometimes usually calls her that. We both gonna have like different classes, different schedule. We probably won't see each other or hang out that much. You know, I was kind of like be ready for doing all my assignments, getting all top grades and shit. Kind of fun
Yeah.
to know that I'm glad that I met Zach and Connor in social or whatever the class I took,
I just go study hall.
study hall, independent study hall.
That's
You
what
know,
it is practically.
you know. Usually, I'm not the type of person who, I'm mostly like a shy person at first.
Definitely.
I'm kind of not that aware to like talk to anyone or speak out loud sometimes.
Alrighty.
If
Doing
like
what?
asking a question, then yes,
Patience.
I'll probably
Norm.
speak. At first, like these will be my classmates soon. Probably won't see them next semester. But thank God that Zach and Connor approached me first, and we kind of continued talking. Apparently, we have the same entrance, so I was kind of excited. It's like, oh man, finally, I actually made some friends in high school,
What's up?
more than usual. Like, then, like a few weeks later, Zach messaged me to join a
Oh,
wrestling
I'm
team.
inside.
I asked him like, "What's that about?" He's like, "It's a sport where mostly physical, in a way, like hand-to-hand combat. It's also a recommendation of getting out PE since it counts as a lead. What's that thing called?
Athletic points or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like physical.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like physical education, part of your the A through G requirements already. So yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I said, heck yeah, I'll do that. I said,
Yeah.
I went out, won a 5 mile one in PE, so I'll take
Wait. I'm healing.
wrestling over. So I would join to see like how they do it. I was kind of nervous, seeing like, OMG, I'm gonna do a lot more exercising than PE. What did I sign up for? And apparently, I got my first pin, which I should have met Caillou. But that fool told me a few years later that he said that he let me pin him. I say,
Yeah,
boy,
fucking right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I say,
That
yeah,
I
felt
did
like
that to
right.
him
bullshit.
too, out of anger, and he said he was impressed. Anyone could.
That gave me the motivation to continue wrestling over my past high school years.
Trophy shit too.
I met new people. I got some. I made new friends along the way, which, like in junior year or sophomore year, I met Jesse. He was a freshman, and he pushed me saying that, "Yeah, I know you. You're from De Anza." I said, "Yeah, how do you know?" And he said, like, "I sometimes see you walking out when it's like lunchtime." Or I was like, "Cool." Like, you also know Wesley Poking said, "Hell yeah." Like, so we became more friends. We made some jokes along the way. Like this one funny scene that, you ever wonder why we call Jesse Pretty Boy? Well, here's the
Pretty
interesting
boy.
story.
Wait, pretty
Pudding,
boy
Pudding boy.
I was
pudding.
about to say.
Pudding.
Okay, I was like pretty boy. I was like, ain't no way, bro. I could have got that nickname, bro. Pretty boy. Stop it, bro. Stop talking. And I'm
Bro,
fucking.
Brian and
Uh,
Jesse just switched bodies. Like, what the fuck just happened here?
alright,
What do you mean?
alright.
You're
Okay,
thinking
here's the
like
funny.
Brian now. Wait, pudding boy. No, it's all good.
Okay, when me
Homie
and
said pretty
Zach
boy, bro.
was
What the fuck?
we okay, it was like tournament in, I forgot the school name, but we were doing
Oh, bro, I
weigh-ins.
know, I know the actual story. It wasn't against a school. It was a big tournament. Multiple
Yeah.
schools were there.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I'll tell my
Continue,
story once
Jesse.
I. You want me to say the story?
Yeah,
So
since you the one
the
say it's
origin of Pudding Boy. I and the
hmm
origin of Pudding Boy. So we're going on to this fucking tournament, right? Freaking fucking this high school that's in like somewhere in LA. I forgot. I know their mascot is Emiliano Zapata for sure. And it was before Wayne's. I'm hungry as fuck. You know, freaking usual how Wayne's go. And fucking they brought the snacks out before Wayne's, right? And we're trying to reach and get our snacks. So after Wayne's, we're fucking there. Boom, we can eat finally. So fucking hungry as fuck. We're all going for the fucking for the snacks, and there's fucking pudding there, pudding, chocolate pudding to be exact. Um, freaking we're gonna go for it, right? I got like four pack. maybe 5. I forgot how much. But they're seeing how much I got, and I put it in my bag. So I'm fucking ready to eat it afterwards. I'm still hungry, and I haven't ate yet. And fucking, we go weigh in. Turns out I'm being overweight. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck am I overweight? And fucking, the whole team started pointing fingers that I ate pudding before before the weigh-in. And then like after like we weighed in, right? I had to go up a weight class. I actually placed that day too. I have the medal. Fucking, I still placed, so I was still proud of that. But like freaking right after the wins, right? They fucking see the fucking pudding I got, and that's where they just got the idea that I ate something before fucking wins. A lot of people think I fucking ate, and I'm like, no, I didn't fucking eat shit. You just see the fucking how much pudding I had, so I can have after the win. I was still hungry as fuck, and I knew like I weighed myself before we even left, and fucking, and freaking that scale was like it added like a couple pounds too. So I was just like, what the fuck?
The pudding somehow was empty when Jesse opened his bag. The end. No,
It was not it was not even empty, bro. It was still fucking full. I didn't even fucking eat shit. I didn't eat anything.
We
I was hungry
believe
as
you.
fuck.
There's gonna be a
Hey,
whole
dude, I don't
trail of
know.
empty cartridges of fucking pudding leading to the bathroom, and someone's gonna follow it into the bathroom and see you on the stall eating pudding.
You guys are adding so much bullshit to the story, bro.
That's the fun of it, fool.
Why'd you think I got pissed off for like the couple of years after you guys made the fucking joke, bro? Because it didn't even fucking happen, and
How
people kept
about
pointing fingers. And
how about
what even made it even worse was this fucking fucker Josh Feldman, bro. Oh, got on my ass, bro.
you know what always made me laugh was the fact that like Coach put it in the highlights. When there was a
Oh
picture
yeah.
of you,
Oh yeah,
that
Coach Noel. That's
motherfucker put a whole fucking snack pack thing
snack
right next
pack.
to your picture.
Oh god, I was laughing
That
that
shit was
day
so
like hell.
that shit was so funny though. Like by then, I was already laughing at that shit. But
Yeah.
like in the situation, bro, like people were just pointing fingers when like they were just
It
saying
was
bullshit that never
embarrassing.
happened, bro. It wasn't even embarrassing. It was just fucking like pointing fingers, like accusing me something that I didn't do. They're like,
Yeah,
oh
I
no,
get
we
it.
saw you, and I'm just like, no, you saw me take a pack of a couple packs up in my bag, and that's it. You know, I didn't even fucking eat anything. But then like when Coach put it in highlight, and I'll never forget that shit was funny. But then like and then I remember like after that like banquet night, like freaking my dad got on my ass because freaking because freaking they're like, oh, they know you just because of that, and I'm just like, no, it's just a joke. But
Yeah.
I think it's funny now in this day, bro. To this day, it's funny. But
Well,
like
yeah,
looking
it
back
happened
in the
like
situation,
6 years ago.
the
Hey, that joke still standing strong.
oh no, dude,
It's
why do you
very
think
relevant
that's my
still.
fucking nickname in this fucking group, bro? And that's why. Because
Yeah.
that's an iconic nickname. I'm just saying.
Cause he's pudding boy.
Yeah, I mean, Brian,
Yeah.
continue your story.
Oh yeah. Well, then I met Marco through Zach's girlfriend in the weeks beforehand when Zach and his lady friend been dating like a month,
What Navy
and he was
friend?
like a Mac, you know,
Navy friend.
It should
lady
just be
friend.
summarized like me, Brian, or Jesse met Marco the same way.
Yeah,
What?
anyway,
I don't
so
have a fucking Navy friend. I have a Marine friend.
lady friend, lady. Oh my god,
Oh,
Why do
okay.
you say that? Why not you go
it's
girlfriend?
a joke. Get it? You
Now it's a
know, like
joke.
a term of a phrase. Never mind. Whatever.
Brian
End of
has a
that.
chin. Get
Huh.
it?
Okay. Well, that's the end of my story. I'm glad that I met all you guys and hope to do the 10-year anniversary. So,
Me too,
Oh,
fucker.
that 10 years coming up fast, bro.
yeah, it's faster than Jesse eating pudding.
That was good.
Speaking of Jesse, is it his turn now?
Yeah,
Yeah, you go
it's
first,
my
fool.
turn to tell. Yeah, I'll go first. I'll go first, fucker. All I know is just it's 2017, right? Just promoted from eighth grade to go to high school. High school season hasn't even started. High school has not even started yet. It's in the summer, right after I finished middle school. I fucking signed up for wrestling, of course, because that was my thing during middle school. Um, freaking, we were doing summer practices. I was meeting everyone that was just like that's already been in high school and already in a year, like within, before me. And then like, met like, cool people. Then like there was freaking volunteer things we have to do in order to get a spirit pack for free. So, like if you want that shit for free and not want to pay like $100 for, some gear for, amateur wrestling, then freaking you had to do the show up for the summer practices and also do the volunteer things. One of the volunteer things was the Greek Festival back in Ventura when we used to do it. I remember, I think it was around June 2017 or July 2017. I think it was June, right? Or
Yeah,
July.
sounds. Wait, what? Which one?
The Greek festival. June or July? No, June we did a whole month of practicing, and
I
then
think it was
July is
July.
when
Yeah, it was
yeah.
July.
It was like I remember I posted a TikTok of how long we've been friends since 2017. Freaking July like 25th.
Yeah,
It was like it's over like 2,400 days of fucking
right.
us being like friends, bro. We're if you guys watch regular show, you get this reference where we're setting up the chairs for thing. And then freaking Zach wanted to play some music, I remember. And then fucking he started playing I Spy by Kyle. Shout out to Kyle, fucking he's from Ventura and all that.
Relevant
But he's
back
playing
then.
that shit. And yeah, but then I was like, hey, what the fuck? I was like, you like this dude? I was like, you know this song? And you're like, of course I do. What the fuck would you fucking think I am? I'm like, type shit. All right. Well, I didn't say type shit back then. I was before that fucking
Yeah, I was
meme
gonna say, bro, you
existed.
just adapted this motherfucking thing.
I know, right? I was like, no fucking way. Like, all right. And then like from there, I mean, that's how we kind of hit it off, and we were just talking, hanging every time we got, and, wrestling partners. I mean, Brian threw wrestling too. I think he was there in the summer practice, I think. And then now that's when I remember I approached Brian in one of these practices, saying like, "Hey, wait, I have a feeling I know you." I was like, "I seen you in middle school, always from when walking home. We're going in the same direction because our houses were close together at the time. His house was like 2, 3 blocks away from mine, and freaking, But I would always see Brian walk, but then my middle school ass was like, I want to be cool, so I can't be hanging out, fucking with and I'm trying to make myself look cool. I was just a little retard back then. But like,
Damn right.
you're like, damn right, we're all
Damn
retards in
fucking
fucking
right. Oh
middle.
hell yeah, bro. We didn't
Yeah,
even we don't even have
fucking
the mindset that we have right now, bro. Of course we're fucking retards
exactly.
back
No,
then.
exactly, exactly. We're in like by any means necessary. We're trying to be cool, not hang out with the right people, whatever. But that's just turns you into an asshole if you follow that path, honestly. But like either way, I met Brian, and then going like I remember seeing Connor briefly here and there. Every time I see like like I would hang out with Zach and Brian during lunch or break or something, But I never really like fully introduced myself yet to Connor yet. So yeah, so like I seen Connor around, and then
Yeah.
freaking afterwards, freaking junior year for me, what Connor said earlier, we met through journalism. Uh, I
Yeah.
I recognized him off the bat because I know he hung out with Zach already and shit. Those were the greatest times of fucking class because I got another fucking person from the group
I
to get to
know.
talk and have fun with. Then we did a broadcast together. I remember that shit was tight. Freaking out. Those were the good times. We were working on a few articles together, doing fucking interviews.
I
Either
like
way,
that.
like, yeah, no, those are good times, but it didn't last so long because I went to freaking how to switch classes in the middle of the fucking semester because freaking I was not getting a good grade. I wasn't failing. I was just had a D. I was like, you know what? I gotta do art because freaking I was like one of the eighth degree requirements already from there. So I moved on to that. And after that, we all started hanging out more, freaking wrestling, of course. I would always see Zach and Brian. But yeah, one on one equals two, so freaking we go fucking through school here, fucking hanging out, joking and smoking, whatever, Not actually smoking, I'm just that's the saying. Couple years after high school, I meet Marco. I meet him through, Zach and his girlfriend. It was tight. I was with now ex, well, girlfriend at the time. Now she's my ex. And we go. It was a big ass group event. And I was like, all right, bet, let's fucking do it. I'm trying to hang out with y'all and whatever. I invited
Right.
everyone and fucking we went. It was a good night. It was fucking bowling and fucking everything. And then remember Zach and I were like, hey, let's get something to put in our flasks. I was like, I bet, let's do it. Freaking
Damn.
just having fun, having fun bowling, fucking laughing our asses off, making fucking jokes, cracking jokes, fucking meeting Marco, fucking hit it off right then and there because he's a fucking fellow beaner, fucking. It's fucking tight motherfucker. Freaking. I remember his fucking name was like Well or some shit on the fucking bowling board.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious. I was just like, damn. I was like, why the fuck is it whale? And you're like, fucking. I was like, you want to see how big I am? I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of fucked. But okay.
I went with it, motherfucker.
That's how I met, Marco. Right there. We just fucking hanging out whenever we could. Before I, joined the Marines and shit. And we fucking did a lot of hangouts, a lot of sleepovers, fucking good iconic moments.
Some
So we always
trips,
had throughout
yeah,
our fucking good trips. Fucking.
yeah.
Go, especially good trip, yeah. Fucking San
Hey
Diego,
man.
highlight of our
Even
lives, am I right?
Oh,
trying
that's
to,
definitely
you
one of
know,
my
Yeah.
favorites, bro. San Diego will
being
always be a
Has to
coworkers,
good
be your favorite,
memory.
bro.
being
It was some
coworkers.
good,
I mean,
good.
at least me with Jesse and Zach,
Freaking me, yo,
with
yeah, no, no,
El Ray.
nah, that was the other things that brought us closer too. I mean, we started hanging out so much. Freaking Zach's mom, freaking, when she owned El Rey at the time, freaking, we would help her out, and that's what brought us even closer.
Yeah.
Helping out, fucking washing dishes. That was technically kind of our first job, a little bit. I
Watching
mean,
UFC.
Yep.
yeah, watching UFC there too. That was one of our highlights too. I mean, soon
Definitely.
enough, my mom, since like I was big in wrestling, my mom was trying to get together with the other moms. So freaking, freaking, your mom, Zach, and my mom noticed that we were like fucking best friends already. And fucking
Yeah.
they fucking boom.
They hit it off too.
They hit it off too, like perfect. Like
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was like, that's got to be something. And then when my mom met Connor's mom, boom, too.
Right? Yeah.
And then I remember freaking my mom met Brian's mom briefly. Boom. Well, it's because my mom can speak Spanish, so that's the thing. So yeah. And then like the
Hmm.
fact how like I'm like fucking more over like 2,500 miles away from home. Freaking here we
Yeah.
are, fucking still together, fucking doing what we do and doing what we love, fucking playing together any chance we got. It's not. It's like I never left home in a way. Because fucking
You're still
yeah, I
able
mean,
to
yeah,
talk the place and do what you kind of used to do back then too.
yeah, exactly.
And you don't really have to go to bed early, so I mean, it is
And
kind
then
of a
by the
benefit.
time yeah, but then by the time you guys are on, it's late over here. It's in like freaking afternoon.
Well, it's kind of like we take turns like staying up late almost. It's like when it's like morning for you, it's obviously kind of like towards the evening for us, and then vice versa for you. So I feel like
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like end up getting on like in the morning, I'll be like it'll be in the middle of the night for me. So yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's kind of like the opposite for us. Like we'll flip back and forth sometimes, but mostly
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be the morning for you while it's like nighttime for us.
Because it's more convenient for you guys to be on.
Yeah,
Because by then you're
yeah.
already done with your day. You already did work. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it's the weekend
Yeah.
already for you, which you already have off, so it's like fuck yeah.
The only time we'll not be on a weekend would be if I'm actually going somewhere
Yeah.
out of a base, or if I end up going on a deck, which is a
My
deployment. So yeah.
shield. Didn't I tell you?
Right.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, that's my story on how I met y'all, which I'm very glad
Me
and
too,
very
buddy.
happy. So
We
like,
are too.
it's natural we have the ups
Bet.
and downs of friendship, but that's what makes it stronger.
With are you done, bro? I don't want to interrupt you if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
Okay.
no, no. That was it. I mean, just up and down.
Well,
Great friendship I ever had.
I really never got the grasp of like having a friendship really. Like, I'd hang out with some people, play tag on the playground, be a typical kid. But other than that, I never really connected with anyone. I just felt like everyone was just different compared to me, and I couldn't get onto that. But I did sixth grade, but like seventh grade, like right in the middle of seventh grade, I decided to switch to middle or homeschool because I was dealing with some shit going on at school, and I just thought, hey, switch it up a bit. Let's see how this goes. I decided to do homeschool. I go on from there, go to high school. Nervous as fuck. It's been years since I've been in like a actual school zone where you actually have to pay attention to like what grades you do, like how well you
Mm-hmm.
do and shit. Even then in middle school, because I went to Sunset, I really didn't get to know that much about the grades because we had like a different system. It was really complex, but back then I was just very shy and just I was very nervous on my first day. I was going through all my classes. One of those classes happened to be study hall, and that's where I met Brian. But I wasn't in study hall until like the third day because I got transferred out of like science. But I met Connor first in college in Korea, like he said. I think it was like fifth or sixth period, right?
Fifth.
Fifth, okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was like my fifth period. It was like right before lunch. And so I met him first, but like him and I weren't talking, but we saw each other. We're like, hey, what's up? Like from a far distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, I didn't really feel connected with him yet, just because like, we're not gonna feel connected from like saying what's up. Study hall, which I dropped science and did study hall instead. I met the one and only Brian Wampez. And of course, I got to see Connor again, who I was just like, hey, I know you. You're in that one
Yeah.
class.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I met those two fuckers, and honestly, I just felt like us three kind of had a good bond. Connor and I went through some shit, but like, after that, we wrapped it up and finally said, hey, you know what? Let's just keep this going. We got something going on
Mhm.
here.
We all go through that, but yeah.
Yeah, we all go through a phase like that. Some
It
things.
was kind of entertaining because like we know how you were like you kind of like you became a lot more like outgoing, once you found your footing in high school. And then Brian was like the shy, quiet one, like Jesse said. And then my personality is basically a mixture of you guys.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying
Good
it.
point.
Yeah.
I'm
Good way. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, guys, I was almost like pretty much what Brian is right now, is shy and shit. I mean, he's getting better at like talking and shit. I even admire you for doing that, Brian. It does take a
Yeah.
lot of courage, but like in high school, man, I was just like you, and I could not get out of that habit. I missed so many opportunities I wish I could have gone back for, and just I just wish I had that courage, but like that was my freshman year, just getting to know myself. I got on the wrestling team. I got Brian to join. I had Connor try out, like you said, it wasn't his thing. That's okay. Brian ended up liking it because he found something that was like kind of for him, and he even pinned Caillou, which I was proud of him for, and he even placed in some tournaments with us. Sophomore year, I Greek festival, which was July, I met this scrawny little fucker named Jesse, who is also known as Pudding Boy. Um, we Greek festival had like a lot of stock of sodas, and one of them, which Jesse and I were kind of like watching by, was Dr. Pepper. And what kind of started our conversation was literally Dr. Pepper. Like, we just thought, we were just saying, like, bro, what if we just fucking started drinking this shit and whatever? And, like, we just started talking about that. We even listened to I Spy. And, yeah, just
I can't
from
believe I
there.
forgot about the Dr. Pekka, bro. Remember
I
we were like
know,
Dr.
bro.
Pekka.
Oh, why? I
That
didn't know
that's
that.
how it
We're
fucking
we're like Dr.
started.
Pekka.
Bro,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
come
And
on,
then
man.
every time we wanted a soda, I was gonna we take turns getting one, and I'm like, Zach, what you want? And I'll be like, give me a Dr. Pekka. I was like, oh, you want Dr. Pekka? I'll get Dr. Pekka.
No, 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 no. That was that fair, but you got the right
Oh,
idea.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, Greek
exactly.
festival. We just
It,
saw the Dr. Pepper's like the fucking amount of cases they had of it, and we were like, what if we got some? And I
for
think one of
real.
us asked like one of the leaders, and they were like, oh hell no.
Oh
But
shit.
but yeah,
Yeah,
just
I got one.
I
fucking.
remember we got some in there too, but
Well, I'm talking about like we were outside, like they wouldn't let us take one from like the case itself or whatever.
it was in the
Oh,
ice show
well.
already.
Mm. But they were like cased up, and like we were just standing right by them. I forgot what we were doing, but like we were just standing right by them. I think we were like monitoring like what has to go in and what doesn't or whatever. Then later that year, as Jesse and Brian were talking about, we had fair parking, which is another annual event that we wrestlers had to volunteer for, which we loved to do every year. I only got to do it my sophomore through senior year, but Jesse got to do all four. Brian, same with me.
Hmm.
And then yeah, the whole Dr. Pepper thing kind of started there. Like it first was just brought up, but then it was like fully just Dr. Pepper and all that shit.
Yeah.
Um, there were good sandwiches there. I think Coach made some, and just we loved them. So it was
The
just
egg
cool.
salad sandwich was always the best one.
I wasn't a big fan of the egg salad, but I was a fan of like the turkey one and like the ham and all that. But like I either way, I just thought the sandwiches were pretty good, and honestly, I just thought, you know what, fair food, fuck you. Y'all too way too
Yeah,
fucking
we,
expensive. What were you saying, Ryan? Sorry.
yeah, I was about to say that I ate one of those egg sandwich and I kind of got like sick from it.
I guess you just don't like egg sandwiches. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of egg sandwiches. Myself, but that's just me. But yeah, we went through fair parking. High school next year started. Next 2 years actually were pretty good. Jesse was varsity somewhat, and Brian was varsity for heavyweights for the most part. So I got to go to tournaments with them sometimes. It was really fun with them. Um,
You already know.
and especially with you, Brian, remember like everyone getting mad at us for buying fucking milkshakes at 31
Oh
flavors?
yeah, Baskin
Or
Robbins.
bat, yeah, yeah. And I was like, dude, like shut the fuck up. I already weighed in. Why do you
I
fucking
mean,
care?
yeah, it's like, fuck you guys. We got our shit. You can do whatever you guys want to.
Yeah, I didn't pull a Jesse and do it before weigh-ins. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you for me.
Whoa!
No, no, no. But seriously, no, like obviously for me, I was always like 10 pounds underweight for some reason. Like it turned out to be a point where they'd actually want me to cut down to 150s, and I had to cut like 20 pounds, and I did it just fine. But that year, which is my senior year,
Fuck
I
yes, bitch.
I fucking weighed in perfectly. I placed at CIF, placed at league, placed first at league, and I did fifth CIF. I qualified for masters. That was a great year, and Brian did really good at his tournament. I think you were JV last year, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a
Yeah.
really close match, but I thought you won that one. You should have won that one. But
Yeah.
anyways, high school. After high school, a year or two go by. I meet a great woman that I've been with for the past 2 years now. But I got to know her for a bit. Her and I started dating. We talked a lot. We hung out a lot of places. Even before my work, I would always hang out with her. I love her even today, obviously. But yeah, she asked me once if I was interested in doing like a triple date, and I never really got the grasp of doing it, especially in high school, because I feel like high school was like more popular when you would actually do it. but I did it, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. And so there were two other groups, and one of them fuckers was Marco, and I think we met at the harbor actually.
We did.
Em and I just said, hey, what's up? It took us a bit, but like, we talked for a bit. We just said, hey, what's up? I introduced him. I told him like I have Xbox, so we started playing games. We got each other's Instagrams. We started talking more, and I even brought up like, hey, you want to be part of our podcast once? Like, and here he is being a full member, which I'm happy for because he is quite the entertainment, and it's fun talking shit with him. We try to hang out Saturdays. Same with Brian and Connor. And yeah, just that's how I met y'all. And honestly, I'm just pretty happy that I met you guys. Through all this shit that I've been through, I never really felt like I had true friends until I met you guys. So for that, I just gotta say I love you guys, honestly.
I love you too, sir. And
Like
I love all you sirs.
I love you guys
Yes,
as like
sirs.
brothers, Like we stick together and I look out for another. That's how I see it like. And just like what Jesse was saying, I did a few double dates with him when he was with his ex. We had a lot of moments. We had some good ass trips like San Diego, Pismo. Hopefully, we have people watching our shit or listening to our shit as they go to work and hope that they have fast days. And honestly, I can feel you because I go through that. I know Marco goes through that. I know Jesse goes through that, and I know Connor goes through that, and of course Brian. With that being said, I guess we should wrap things up. Um, Thank you guys so much for watching, or I'm sorry, listening to our episode. As we told you before, this is our season finale. Like, subscribe, do whatever you can to support the channel, and please don't forget to check out our shirts. We only have 17 left, and we are trying to get rid of them. And I know summer's coming up. You guys do not want sweatshirts. You're gonna want something where you're not gonna sweat much in. So a shirt will do the job.
Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it. Exactly, bro.
Don't sweat it. Exactly, man. Like that, bro. That was a good one.
Don't sweat it. Ventura it. Everyone good?
You're.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We'll be
Thanks
on
for
the next
watching.
episode. See y'all.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.